Hey guys, how you doing? Minasan konnichiwa. My name is Cheese and welcome to my channel. Today I'll be reacting to ReZero Season 2 Episode 12. Yeah, we're almost nearing the end of the first part of the second season. There's a whole part 2 as well, which I'll be reacting to afterwards. But yeah, I'm just curious to see how they're gonna finish this part. I mean, there's a lot going on, and so far it doesn't seem like Subaru is getting closer to solving the whole problem, because every time he restarts there seems to be another problem showing up as well, or different things Subaru discovers. So even though it doesn't seem like he's getting closer to solving the truth, he's learning new things and gaining more knowledge every single time. So in the previous episode we discovered, for example, that one of those kids from the village turned out to be a helper of Elsa as well, and she's the one controlling all these beasts. And at the same time, we also discovered that Roswell also knows a lot about Subaru's circumstances. So he knows that Subaru can restart, but I don't think he knows how. So he doesn't know that Subaru restarts by death. So we saw some very, very interesting scenes in the previous episode. The unicorn bunnies came back once again. And we also saw an Emilia who was completely broken, you know? So yeah, I'm just curious to see what Subaru's gonna do this time. I'm assuming that he's restarting again. So let's see how he's gonna handle the whole situation this time. So yeah, without further ado, let's hop right into the episode and find out. So let's go. Alright, I'm ready, so I'm gonna start the episode in 3, 2, 1, go. Always that, huh? Then you know that he restarted. And he's back here, next to Emilia. Right. Yeah, she was completely broken in the previous episode. It almost made me think that she was someone else, pretending like Emilia, but it was actually her. Alright, we're back here. Yeah, that's also the thing, right? There's still many things about Roswell that we don't know. For example, he was talking about his true wish, something he wants to achieve, but he couldn't tell what it was, because that was also part of the contract or something. So there's still many secrets regarding Roswell, which makes it still very complicated. Oh, is he going back to ECHIDNA? That's what I wanted to say. Is he going back? Behold an unthinkable present? What's this? This is... Yeah, this is the time he stabbed himself with the knife in order to restart. Oh, wow. It's kind of like a continuation of that time. But then like from an outsider's perspective. So as if he's watching his own death. And how that was perceived by the people around him. Or something. Oh, damn. Yeah. Is this the second trial? Really? Oh, again. Oh, damn. When was this? When did this happen? No. Oh, damn. Yeah, this is crazy, like... Oh my gosh, again? I know this moment. I really know this moment. Because this was the first time that Subaru committed suicide to start over by death. That was the first time he chose to do it himself instead of getting killed by someone else. But it's crazy. Like, this is just... These are parts that we usually don't get to see because we only... To us, it all seemed like those timelines just ended the moment Subaru restarted. But who knows, like maybe there was an actual continuation each time, you know, but we just didn't get to see it. Oh my gosh, even this time with Puck and Reinhardt. We haven't seen him in a long time. Damn! Right. The first time I saw this, I was like, what is this? I was so confused. But that was just Puck. That's crazy. Oh my gosh, they actually fought each other after Subaru died? Damn! Oh my gosh, she actually obliterated Puck. Oh, even this moment? The very, very, very first moment. Oh my gosh, and the time he got killed by a ram. This is all season 1. Oh my gosh, they're showing all of it. Oh, even the bunnies! That's crazy. I'm actually surprised that I still remember a lot of those times, you know? Probably because they gave a very strong impact. Like in the way he got killed or the way he died. Or by the people who killed him. I don't know. I think I still remembered most of them. What? That can't be the real Rem. She's in a coma. Who is doing all of this? Who is behind all of this? Is it actually Echidna who is doing all of this? I don't know. This is supposed to be very cute, but I just find it so suspicious. Uh-oh. This is a trap! This must be a trap. Oh. He remembered the words of the real Rem. Exactly. That's not something that Rem would say. Yes. That's why Rem was best girl. Oh my gosh. And that episode. Oh my gosh. The iconic episode. Huh? Who is that? Carmilla. The Witch of Lust. Oh, this is a new witch. Oh, really? Oh my gosh. Oh, he's back to the tea party. Oh, Okay. So what we saw in the beginning, the unthinkable presence, that was actually part of the second trial. Is that it? And he couldn't handle it mentally, so that's why she made Rem show up. But it was actually Carmilla, I think. Oh, there's continuations? Yeah. What? She likes Subaru? In that sense? A contract. Oh, this is risky. Yeah. Alright. Yeah. But still, like, but what's the other side of the contract? She only explains like what he can gain from it. What? There must be like conditions and stuff. Yeah, she was actually super excited about it. I don't know. I still find it. Is this? It's her again. Let's see. That's Minerva, right? Yeah. Oh, really? Yeah, he was a bit too trusting about the whole contract thing. Exactly. That's what I was worried about. Alright, that doesn't sound simple at all, but... Oh, even she's there. Mm. I think those two are just warning him. Which is good because... Oh. I don't recognize this one. Segment. I don't know if I'm gonna remember all of them. But I'm the same like Subaru, like, who are you this time? Oh my god, everyone's here. Literally everyone's here. Okay, well, let me see. There are now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then we still have the Witch of Envy. Who's probably the only one we won't get to see this time. Ooh, any sacrifices? Oh, yeah. No. Okay, this is the moment you'll realize that she's bad news. She wouldn't mind killing anyone for the sake of the best possible future. Because the only one Echidna cares about is Subaru. She wouldn't care about the rest of the characters, you know? All Subaru's friends, the people around him. Even use her body, wow. Oh my gosh, I'm feeling overwhelmed. And scares me. And everyone's quiet.
それはねえだろうよ。
Superficial, shallow.
なるほど、勉強になったよ。次の機会があればそうさせてもらう。
Oh my god. She completely changed attitude. Are they actually gonna go through with that contract? Oh, about Betty. He's talking about Betty. That's not what I was expecting. Oh, yeah. She...
さあ、一体誰なんだろうね。
お前もベアトリスの待ち人が誰なのか知らないっていうのか。
僕は知らない。
Wow.
必要に言ったのはお前なんだろ。
Oh, wow. So there wasn't like a specific person that she already had in mind when she said like that person. So I actually did this kind of like as an experiment, you know, to see what Betty would do.
どう思ってるんだ。
素晴らしいとそう思っているよ。
Yeah.
お前は魔女だ。
Betty. Oh.
決めたよ。
Her death was so painful in the previous episode.
いかない。
But good. He's not gonna go into a contract with her. Uh-oh. Is this who I think it is? Della! Oh no. Oh no. Oh, the witch's tea party. Oh my gosh. So, this was season 2, episode 12 of ReZero, and it was a lot. It was really a lot. Especially coming from ECHIDNA, what she told us, it was a lot. And I definitely didn't absorb all of it. Especially when she kept like ranting on about what she could gain from Subaru, you know? From that contract. Like, it was a lot. And that also made it clear that she is indeed a witch. And that's also the conclusion that Subaru came to. She just does everything in her own interest. She wants to obtain all knowledge in the world. She wants to know everything. Anything to soothe her curiosity. You know? Like even with the contract that Betty made with her. It was just for her own curiosity, you know. It was kind of like an experiment. She made that contract with Betty. She made Betty guard that secret library and wait for that person to show up without even having any person in mind. So that's why even she herself doesn't know who that person is. And that's something that Betty would have to come up with herself. But Betty doesn't know either, you know. She actually, without her own knowledge, she has to choose someone to be that person. And I think she already kind of did, right? Like she already made Subaru, or she wanted Subaru to be that person. That's kind of like what she was hoping for. And I think that also, for some reason, like I still remember Roswell's words like a while back, like a couple of episodes back. He told Subaru to tell Betty that he's that person. And then that moment, I thought it was super vague because they didn't tell anything. But right now, it really makes sense, you know? Like I think that is indeed the solution. Subaru just has to tell her, even if it's a lie, that he's that person, just to set Betty free. So I think that that's also what he's gonna do. But then again, it was also very complicated because he couldn't become that person for her. Because that way he would have to make Betty his number one, which he couldn't because he already has a number one, which is Amelia. So it was a very complicated situation. So I don't know what Subaru's supposed to do to help Betty out in this case with her whole contract. But the contract itself is actually BS because there's no that person that's ever gonna show up. But I like that that's also kind of the thing that made Subaru reject the whole contract in general. He realized that by signing that contract, he would just be kind of like Echidna's puppet, sort of, to obtain new knowledge, and it wouldn't really be in his best interest. Like maybe he could come up with the best solution to solve the main problems, but she wouldn't care about any sacrifices that Subaru would have to make. So I'm thinking that if Subaru were to continue or go along with that contract, he would lose a lot of his friends because those would become like necessary sacrifices for the best course of action that Echidna would come up with. You know what I mean? I think in this case, Subaru would really have to come up with the best solution himself, even though that is super hard. He himself doesn't even know what he's supposed to do in this case, you know, because there's, like I said, just a lot of things he has to deal with. But I'm glad that he didn't sign that contract, you know, that he didn't go along with it. Since the beginning, when she's mentioned a contract, I was like, this is bad news. There's nothing good gonna come out of it. I mean, just the sound of signing a contract with witches just doesn't sound any suspicious, you know? Well, like, what do you mean? Subaru actually almost went along with it, you know? But then the other witches showed up and they warned him, you know? They also told him about the cons in this case because Echidna only told him the pros. So I was like, okay, just, you know, you should ask for the conditions as well. And I'm glad the other witches made him realize that. But it was so funny, like all the witches showed up one by one. And there were a couple of witches that we already were introduced to a couple of episodes ago. But there were also some new ones. So we got introduced to Carmilla, the Witch of Lust. And we got introduced to the Witch of Sloth, right? The one that got introduced to last. I already forgot her name because it was a very unusual name. But I really liked her. She was just laying on the ground the whole time, you know. I thought it was really funny. But just the fact that all the witches showed up, and even the Witch of Envy, Satala, showed up at the end. Ooh, that's definitely a worthy season finale. I mean, it's not necessarily the season finale. It's kind of like a halfway point in the next episode. After that, we'll be starting with part 2 of the second season. But technically, it's still like all season 2. So, I'm curious. I'm very curious to see how that's gonna go. But, oh man, this episode was a lot. I have a lot of information I have to process. I mean, Echidna was very overwhelming in this episode, I must say. And I have a very different opinion of her right now. Because I think I even said, like, Echidna's such a good witch, you know? But she's still a witch after all. Like, she just does everything in her own interest. And she doesn't care about other people. She just cares about Subaru because he's a very unique specimen. Like, he can restart by death. That's something that Echidna hasn't encountered before, you know? Someone who can restart by death. So he's just a person of interest to Echidna. Like, someone that can provide her with a lot of new knowledge, you know? So that's all that Subaru is to Echidna, I think. Even though she tries to cover it up with some sort of feelings, you know? As if she actually really likes him in a more romantic way. But I don't think so. But anyway, so we'll see how the Witch's Tea Party is gonna continue in the next episode. But this was all for this episode. I hope you enjoyed my reaction. So if you did, please give this video a thumbs up. And if you could see my other reaction videos, please check out my channel and subscribe. And if you cannot wait to see my reaction to the next episodes, you can already find it on my Patreon. So if you're interested, please go check it out. You can find the link in the description box below. So in that case, thank you all for watching and I hope to see you next time. Bye bye.